Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. The re-release has already been out for over a year at this point, and after playing it, I'd say I'm a pretty big fan. The gameplay is fun, the music is great, it has a version of Adachi I enjoy playing as, but in typical Scoop Scoop fashion, I'm not here to talk about the gameplay. Instead, I want to focus on the game's launch, specifically about the netcode situation, and how it should serve as a cautionary tale for all fighting games.
This program was brought to you by the following sponsors.
For a genre that's well known for being very competitive, delay-based netcode was one of the biggest complaints from the community as a whole. Some games had it better than others, but when split-second decisions can be affected by bad internet, the last thing you want to do is keep playing. And this is where rollback netcode comes in. And even though I'm not going to go into extreme detail about it, it helps reduce lag online by predicting what the other player is going to do, and then rolling back the game if the prediction is wrong. And if you want a more in-depth explanation, check out this video by Core 8 Gaming, link down below. While rollback still has its own unique issues, it was able to breathe new life into older fighting games, and soon become the gold standard for new ones. Some of these games, like Guilty Gear Strive and Melty Blood Type Lumina, ended up being huge successes due to their online being well made. Delay-based netcode was becoming a thing of the past, and it seemed that the future of online fighting games would be in a much better state.
That's a 30% pay cut! Just kidding.
It's almost the end of 2021 when suddenly at the Game Awards, Joker from Persona 5 was announced for wrong year. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax was announced to be re-released on Switch, Steam, and PS4. Longtime fans rejoiced knowing that the game would live on modern consoles, and new players like myself were interested in playing it for the first time. Now, all that was left to do was wait. But then, we were hit with another announcement, one that wouldn't be taken as well. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax would not launch with rollback netcode, and would receive it sometime in the summer of 2022. This decision was met with a lot of confusion, as rollback netcode is considered to be an essential feature for fighting games at this point. Atlus may have made this decision because of time restraints, or maybe it was a lot harder than they originally thought, but whatever the reason was, the lack of rollback was a major turnoff for some people.
What a pain.
Launch day arrives, and people start to play it, including me. Unfortunately, the first few days of this game's release were filled with several connection issues. You were either unable to connect to your opponents in the lobby, or you were able to connect, but experienced a stuttering mess that was no fun at all. And still, I was considered one of the lucky ones since I got mine on console. On PC, the game would crash constantly, plus many other problems that I can't vouch for personally. If you want to hear more about the PC specific problems, check out this video by Tony4U, as he documents a lot more issues that he encountered. After playing it for a few days, I just didn't want to go online since it was so unfinished, and what's worse is that the game is really fun when it does work. I'd say after a week of on and off playing, I stopped altogether, only going back a couple times a month. Although some fixes were released for each version, there was still no sign of rollback. But after months of waiting, rollback was finally released on August 5th, 2022. By that time, however, the player counts had already stabilized to pretty low numbers.
Hey! I didn't hurt you too much, did I? Wait, I didn't mean that in a weird way!
So, those were basically the events of Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. It's a pretty sad outcome for a game that was this hyped up. But what is the main takeaway from this? Well, I think I came to a pretty wild conclusion. Rollback at launch is required for any fighting game. Now that might be one of the coldest takes you've heard in a while, but I have another more interesting takeaway as well. The connectivity of rollback netcode is fantastic, but is that really the most important part of it? I'd argue that the importance of rollback netcode is much more than just connectivity, but also equally important, the morale. I've seen multiple comments saying that since this game won't have rollback at launch, it was doomed to fail. Players wouldn't stick around to play it because of its bad connection, or some people won't buy it till it does get rollback. Oh, this game doesn't come with rollback? I think I'll just wait to buy it until it does. And then months later, when it arrives, everyone's already moved on to the next game. It's honestly a shame that such a good game like this got shafted due to one crucial decision. Let this serve as a warning to always ship a fighting game with rollback, or else it'll end up like this game did. Anyways, that's all I have to say about Ultimax. Who is your favorite character to play in this game? Personally, I like playing Adachi and Marie. Leave yours in the comments down below, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.